As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the open.
Feel like I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run in circles. Get back, get away. But watch me try hard anyway. It's so fake, self-hate's killing me. I know that I'm not that, and I'm sick of pretending. So sick of pretending. I need to run away. To not be just like the others. Hide my face. No one knows it's pulling me under. Feels like I'm running low. Feels like I'm running in circles. Feels like I'm running low. Feels like I'm running in circles. I dig a hole in the earth and bury myself down low. Never speaking again. I hide beneath the surface. Get back, get away. And I can't see straight. Late nights. I'm not that. So sick of pretending. I need to run away. To not be just like the others. Hide my face. No one knows it's pulling me under. Feels like I'm running low. Feels like I'm running in circles. Feels like I'm running low. Feels like I'm running in circles. Feels like I'm running in circles. Feels like I'm running in circles.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, the Vikings at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners is 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Murray fighting, lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll run for it with Mason. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Mason. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. That's caught at the 1. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a 1st down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Mason with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Henry again on second down. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. They go play action with Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Murray going to throw. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Henry again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play fake. Murray. He's got Mason complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down, here's Mason. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 if people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play action. Now it's Murray. Over the middle, complete. It's Mason. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll hand it to Mason. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On the give, it's Mason. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here now, 2nd and 4. On the ground again, it's Mason. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. On the run is Mason. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Murray off play action. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. From 17 yards out. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. A handoff, running left, Henry. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime, Mings, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
The slot man in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on a touch pass. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing now is Murray. A dump off for Mason. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flush to his right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run here with Mason. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43. On the ground, here comes Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Rodgers to return it. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 70 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Right back to Mason. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third down, here's Mason. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full yards on first down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Only a 3-yard loss there on the sack, but more importantly, it leads to a 4th and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Vikings are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Henry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Jackson on 1st down. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw it, Murray. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this